This is going to be a basic tutorial of how to download and install Arc DPS through the Blood Pact Information Center on TeamSpeak. So if you follow my mouse, we're in the Blood Pact TeamSpeak, and we have Blood Pact Information Center right here on the left. Click that. It'll bring up this little window on the right. First thing you'll find is the spreadsheet of everything. This has all of our builds and callouts. Our Facebook, which you'll want to join for updated information and videos and such. And here's the link we want, Arc DPS. So click that, open link. It's going to bring up this other screen. Looks kind of sketchy, but you're going to want to touch this right here, d3d9.dll. Click and download. You're going to want to keep that, and then we're going to go to our downloads folder, right? Make sure you have your Guild Wars folder up as well. And then we're going to just drag that into the bin64 in your Guild Wars 2 folder. Replace the file destination. And there you go. Please note you'll have to reinstall this for each major patch, or Arc DPS may not work and it can even crash your game. But this is, however, 100% legal and very useful. So there you go. Now that we have successfully installed Arc DPS, our next step is how to actually use it. So once you log in, it may not automatically populate. To fix that, you hit Alt-Shift-T. That will bring up this options menu. Now from here, to see the top 10 stats, just click the area stats. If you're in a party with people, this will show everybody. You'll have to scroll down. You can go up to 50 people, because that's how many you can have in a squad. And it will go DPS, damage per second, inbound or outbound. You're going to want to set it to outbound to see what your squad is actually doing. Now to see personal healing, we can't actually track that with this anymore. We have to go to personal stats. Now it will only be per second, however if you hover over the right part right here, where the /S, it'll have the damage per second, but then it will have the total damage for the fight. You can select different fights by right clicking, and it will have a drop down for current, the most recent, one after that, one after that, one after that, and the time frame that they took. Now to track other things such as wounds ripped and such, you'll come over to the DPS section, right, area stats, click on the name, and it'll bring up this window right here. I don't pay attention to really any of this right here. It can be useful, but not for what I use for metrics. So on the right or left here, we're going to scroll down. About midway down, we'll see cleanse out. Right, so this is the amount of cleanse you put out on the people around you, and then cleanse to self. So obviously, if you add these two up, that'll be how much you're cleansing for the entirety of the fight. Now remember, our DPS resets when you break combat. So the only way to truly be 100% accurate is have everybody run it. After cleanse, we have strips, right? So that's how many wounds you rip. And then we go down to absorbs, which is supposed to be barriers. It doesn't really count it that well. And then evades and dodges used. If you like to track how efficient your dodges are, you can just do some math and divide these two to see how many evades you get per dodge. This window will have your basic skills that you use, and might say like my Earthshaker is my best skill at 50,000 damage, followed by retaliation at 30,000. If you really want to get into nitpicky details because you're trying to theory craft a build and you want to see what skills are the best, that's the best way to do that. Outside of that, I don't personally use any of the other windows really anymore, but you're more than welcome to play around and try. I mean, you see the various things we have here. Compass, don't know what you'd ever use that for, but buffs, it's cancerous to try to keep track of buffs and boon up time, so don't even worry about that. Strips, cleanse, and DPS is really the main three things you're going to focus on with Arc DPS. Hope this helped.